In this video, we're going to discuss the sleep behavior. Now, the sleep behavior is an interesting one because it works really well in conjunction with the day-night cycle. And in fact, I've got the day-night cycle set up in this scene. You can see the diagnostics on the left-hand side coming from the day and night cycle behavior. So we can see what's happening in real time as I'm sleeping. The sleep behavior is, of course, set up on the bed because that's really what you're going to be interacting with when you go to sleep. So I'm just going to shut the light off, right? And I'm sorry, it's very dark right now, but if I go over to the bed and I see this prompt text here, E to sleep, I'm going to press E and it's going to ask me, okay, well, how many hours do I want to sleep? So I'm going to press 8 and then press enter. And we'll be able to see the time of day cycle overnight as I'm sleeping. And you can see the sun rising and it's getting brighter in the room. And now I'm done sleeping, so I wake up and there we go. So you see it's a nice bright sunny day and I'm ready to start the day. Now I could affect a user global. I chose not to in this case because I didn't really want the HUD elements on the screen, but you could, like, say, affect your hunger or your health or something like that. And we'll go through all that here in a moment. So let's just dive right in. So here is the bed, and that has the sleep behavior on it. If you're interested in the day-night cycle, I have done a video on that, so be sure to check that out after this video. But for right now, our focus is sleep. Now, we have a use range, which is just how close do I need to be to the object in order to interact with it. So you saw as I approached the bed, the prompt text showed up. The prompt text here being E to sleep. I probably wouldn't change too much of that. You could probably change this to some other word, but I wouldn't change the letter because that's hard coded. Then we have the use text. Again, this is instructions for the player to be able to understand how to use the behavior in the game. So I probably wouldn't adjust that too much. We have the prompt display. And our choices are local or screen. Now, most of the time, I like to choose screen because that puts it at the bottom center of the screen. However, in this case, I chose local, and that's because I wanted it to show up near the bed. And that way I would know that I'm close enough to the bed and I'm pointing at the bed in order to interact with it. So I think that's case by case. It would be nice if this had an outline like some of the other object behaviors so that you could actually see the outline of the bed in the dark. I might suggest that to Necrom. Then we have a user global affected. Now, I mentioned earlier I could affect a user global like my hunger or, my mojo, whatever you want to put in there. And that could either be added to or deducted from. So if I'm tired, then I would want to maybe deduct from my tiredness and raise that bar up, or my hunger might go down and then I need to eat to raise it back up. Or, it kind of depends on what you're building, but you can kind of build a sim game like this. And then we have the amount affected here. So again, it just depends on your ratio, your max versus your current, and how much you want to affect that over time. And then the affect health checkbox is kind of separate. So let's suppose sleeping in your game restored health. You'd want to check that box. And then that could be a reason to sleep in your game, is to restore your health. And then lastly, we have a sound slot here. Now I couldn't hear the snoring. I was hoping that would be a little more pronounced, but it was pretty faint. So I would forgive you if you didn't hear that, but I did actually have a snore sound in there. We just didn't hear it this time, but that's okay. But you can have a sound there. I would just check the sound levels, make sure that it's going to play as loudly as you would want it to play. But that's it. That's the sleep behavior explained. If you enjoyed the video or if you learned anything new, please be sure to click the like button down below. If you're new here or if you just haven't subscribed yet, would love to have you stick around. Be sure to check out the Getting Started series. That's going to help you get started. And then lastly, if you'd like a notification for whenever a new video is posted, just click the bell icon and that'll let you know when a new video is ready. Thanks so much for watching all the way through. I always appreciate that. I really do. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey, don't forget there's a written guide for every behavior, including ones I haven't yet covered on this channel. And if you want to learn some more, why don't you check out this video next.